Welcome back to another episode on the MAURO'S film channel. Today we have the highly anticipated Freewell wide-angle, anamorphic and macro lenses with ND filters for the Dji Osmo Pocket 3. And today we are going into an in-depth review. And a small disclosure, yes, the filters were provided by Freewell to make an evaluation on that and make a review and actually understand if they are good for your production and if they will be useful for your creative style with your Dji Osmo Pocket 3. Let's go straight on them. Okay, so we'll get them in this great storage cage, the ND8, ND32 and ND128 with anamorphic lens squeeze ratio of 1.1 and the macro with the wide angle adapter. Another thing to note, if you want to use the wide angle lens, you have to attach firstly the macro lens behind it and then use it combined with the wide angle lens to get a wider field of view. Enough of talking, let's go straight outside to test them out. Wide angle lens gives you a pretty wide stretched look, with the 0.9 actually feeling that you are getting from the 20mm full frame equivalent to about 60mm when using the wide angle lens, giving us a pretty wider angle of field of view with the Osmo Pocket 3. So approximately from 20mm from the original view at about 60mm. Another great thing is that I didn't notice any difference in the autofocus capability even after having the lenses mounted on. The focus was always on spot with the continuous autofocus and the face tracking. And I was actually testing it with also the ND8 matching the 180-degree rule with the shutter speed double the frame rate. The clips were filmed at 4K 50 frames per second and 4K 25 frames per second respectively to test the performance. And yes, these are my two kids, pretty happy every time I film them. Oh boy, Emmanuel is already 2 years old and my bigger boy Matteo is 5 years old already. They're growing pretty fast. The following anamorphic lens footage will give you that amazing flaring and the wider stretch that anamorphic lenses are known for. And this is an 1.1 anamorphic stretch. So it's not the widest and most stretched versions, but yes, this is actually the limit that you can get in this amount of sensor and image size of the Osmo Pocket 3 to get an actually decent image out of it. And yes, you will get that blue streak lines that anamorphic lenses with the blue flares are known of. Okay, so now I'll try these lenses inside of my studio using the Dji Osmo Pocket 3 as the main camera unit recording myself. And now we will be switching to the footage of the Dji Osmo Pocket 3, standing straight kind of right there, filming myself and testing all the lenses. Okay, so now we are looking at the original framing with the Osmo Pocket 3 using the actual camera, and that's actually in 20mm full frame variant. Now I will be putting the actual anamorphic lens so you can understand how this looks. And now we have the Morphy lens mounted on with a slightly wider stretch, so we have to stretch now this in post. And there you go, we have stretched it now in post, and actually I am sharing the actual video from Freewell on how to stretch this lens in post and actually get the actual field of view that you desire for. And now I will be switching from the anamorphic lens to the actual wide angle lens. Let's go. And now we are looking at the wider angle lens. So did you notice any difference? Well, let's try again. Without the wide angle lens, look at this, how much more room and how much of my studio is inside. And with the wide angle lens. And actually this is also the look from my 35mm f1.8 at the Sony a7S III, so you have an understanding how this complete scene looks. So this is my script, and maybe with the wide angle lens it's mostly almost visible. Now let's remove the wide angle lens and my door will be slightly less visible. Well, it's already an in the shot, but with the wide angle lens we are seeing much more with my foam and other stuff inside. So this is the wide angle lens, and yes, using the macro lens without the actual wide angle lens will give you another great feature, and that's actually you can focus pretty close. So I am putting the macro lens on, and then yes, this is the actual macro lens capability. Pretty close focusing. Yep. So you can get as close as almost 1.5–2 centimeters from the actual Osmo Pocket lens. That looks pretty amazing, and you get a lot of blur behind it. With the macro lens you're able to actually get pretty close, and that's how close, let me check. Yep, this is the closest that you can get and get a focus. It's about 2 centimeters from the lens, and that's pretty close. Let's get another test right up there. Yep, visible with the markings Anamorphic 101. Oh, let's get straight with this. Yep, pretty amazing. And the smaller letters, let's go right there. Yep, pretty great. Then let's try off my eye. And now we are back without the macro lens included. If you are in the market for an amazing creative style with the macro, wide angle and anamorphic lens, this could be your bad bet, because I'm using Freewell products for a long time and actually they are great performers. The first link in the description will get you straight to the buying site for these products. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I will be happy to answer all them. Till my next one, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe with the bell icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.